Welcome to Poker Market, making poker more efficient.
Hello everybody, this is Tribune Caesar, and this is going to be my first video I will release on Poker Market, so we'll see how that goes. And for this session I brought out one of my recorded sessions on NL1K Heads Up. I played this, I don't know, some months ago, let's say 6 months, I'm not so sure. So I don't really remember what happened in the session, which is kind of good, because then I get a new outlook on how I played in this session. And yeah, the opponent is kind of unknown. Well, he's unknown. I didn't know him at that point in time, and I haven't seen him much after. But I think he was some sort of rag. I'm not sure how raggy exactly, so we're not going too much into that detail. You can see I recorded this previously, and you can see my HUD here. I think it's not, most sets are not going to be that important because just don't have sample size, so I'm not going to explain everything too much. Just the first stats maybe is the blue numbers, hands, then next to that I don't even know to be honest. Below that is cold call and big blind, then 3-bet, fold to 3-bet, and underneath is steal and 4-bet. And the rest is kind of self-explaining, but I will get into that if you have any situations where this is going to be interesting. So without further ado, I don't want to make this too long, because you guys, you paid for this, you want to see something happening here, so we go ahead and look what happened. This hand, well, you can see the pot is kind of big, so I assume that I raised pre-flop. I got 3-bet, so 6 is kind of clear call, and we got c-bet on this board, which obviously we're going to call as well. Then this turn hits, and it's a very good turn for his range, because he does have some kings in his range, of course, like ace, king, king, queen, kings, aces anyway, you know, and he could value bet still with like queens and jacks and tens. So he does also have the possibility to bluff this turn, because he does hit this turn. Sometimes he should also bluff it sometimes. From my feeling is that lots of people over bluff this turn. They're like close to 100% barreling this if they don't have anything, which is of course too much, because then the frequency is just going way up too high, and I can kind of use that in position by making lighter calls or even putting in some raises. Although on this turn, to be honest, I do not really want to have a bluffing, well, I don't want to have a raising range, neither with bluffs nor with values. So in general, I would just call here, which of course we also do with the sixes. So I go ahead and call here, and river is not so good, let's say. First of all, it does hit his range again. He can just simply have made a queen here, and if it goes check and I check behind, I might just lose sometimes to a queen, which is unfortunate but cannot be helped. And on the other hand, he can of course have made a flush, but I can have that too. This is in my range too, so it's not a river that he can barrel all that happy with all his hands, but he sometimes is gonna barrel it. As you can see, he did have just ace high, which, well, he is a gut shot, and an two overcards on the flop and one on the turn, so I can't fault him too much for betting the turn. It's kind of okay the way he played it. With the jack of spades, I think in his shoes I am kind of inclined to bet the river too, to bluff it. If I do play the streets previously like he did, I kind of feel inclined to bluff that river. Okay, let's go ahead and see next hands. Oh, what I didn't mention yet on